I distinctly remember saying, stop the bus. Yes, stop the bus. Not shoot the bus. I'm very particular with my words. Stop. Shoot. Stop. Shoot.
Pagan Min, the man, the myth, the fashion icon who somehow makes a pink suit look more threatening than an army of soldiers.
Nani?
Far Cry 4's villains isn't just your typical bad guy twirling his mustache. He's a cocktail of charm, brutality, and I dare say daddy issues.
You serious?
Today we're digging into one of gaming's most stylish dictators to ask, was Pagan Min truly a tyrant, a twisted father figure, or just another victim of unchecked power?
I recognize those eyes anywhere. I'm so sorry about this. This was supposed to be... well, not this.
Far Cry 4 draws you into Kyrat, a country torn apart by civil war, tradition versus progress, and of course Pagan Min's iron grip. He's flamboyant, ruthless, but also strangely relatable in moments. He's the kind of villain who might invite you to dinner, serve you crab rangoon, and then casually remind you he murdered thousands. In other words, he's terrifying and entertaining, which is why he is one of Ubisoft's most memorable characters.
Ajay, my boy, are you busy? You don't mind me calling, do you? Fantastic. You really are an excellent listener. Look, no hard feelings about the crab rangoon. I know it's not to everyone's taste. But you'll be pleased to know I had the chef executed for his incompetence. Or was it his family we killed? Regardless, next time I can promise you a better spread. It's the last time I'm kidnapping a fucking TV celebrity chef.
Let's start with the obvious. Pagan Min, the tyrant, he rules over Kyrat in Brutal, and he actually has a quite cool chemistry, which I think like so many players out there, including myself, have grown to love Pagan Min as one of the most memorable villains out there in gaming history. But I know some of you guys might actually disagree with me, because some people think Joseph Seed is actually quite memorable. So I think Pagan Min has a charm that anyone can actually relate to, and it has that charisma, just the way about him, you know, that makes you want to hang out with him, even though in the first beginning minutes of the game, like, he stabs his own guard because they almost armed AJ. You can tell that he was extremely frustrated with the guard because he shot the bus that AJ was in, and he didn't want AJ to be harmed.
But it got out of control.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
It got out of control.
Got out of control. I hate when things get out of control. One fucking job, and you couldn't fucking do that!
To me, Pagan Min is one of the most villains that just have that charm that we all can actually relate to. That's why you never see him very much aggressive with AJ, but he's aggressive to almost anyone else. Not even aggressive, he just brutally kills you if you do something that he doesn't like.
Those fucking terrorists, they ruin everything.
His rule over Kyrat is brutal. Executions, drug trafficking, military crackdowns, and let's not forget his flair for propaganda.
I want to speak with my subjects about a young man named Ajay Ghale. You may have heard that Mr. Ghale fought his way through unfathomable odds in Nor's arena and emerged triumphant. Kyrat's intelligence officials are looking into this, and we'd like to speak to Mr. Ghale about this matter. Until this happens, do refrain from spreading unsubstantiated rumors.
He didn't rise to power by being a nice guy. He's basically the Gordon Ramsay of dictatorships. Shouty, flashy, and very good at making people fear him. And we can actually see this in also like in the first cutscene of the game, in the dinner table, when he tortures Darpan, and he actually scolds like the guards really in a very funny way. Like, he scolds them by saying,
Really, guys? We're not checking with these anymore?
He's just so charismatic and is smooth at the same time. Like, you fear him, but at the same time you just want to hang out with him. And he's very loud when he becomes very brutal, and when he's showing charge against others, he's very loud about it.
Help. Help? Oh, pathetic. No, try for help. Help! You mean it, boy. Help! From your diaphragm! Help! Shh, 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 shh. Now we listen. Nothing. I'm afraid they're not coming for you, buddy.
Pagan Min isn't just the big bad. He is also tied to Ajay Ghale on a deeply personal level. Remember Ishwari, Pagan's lover, Ajay's mother? Kyrat's political drama is basically one twisted soap opera away from being on Netflix. Pagan sees Ajay as more than just a rebel. He sees him as family, and that's why also I mentioned that he never ever became aggressive to Ajay. Even Ajay, when he sides with the Golden Path, which is what Pagan Min, like, he despised the Golden Path because his father, like Ajay's father, stands with the Golden Path, and Pagan hates Ajay's father. But even when Ajay sides with the Golden Path, he's never aggressive with Ajay, ever. Not once in the game. He's never aggressive. In fact, Pagan Min believes he's giving Ajay a chance to inherit Kyrat, to take his rightful place. Is he genuine? Manipulative? Both? Think Darth Vader telling Luke, join me and together we can rule the galaxy. It's that mix of authority, care, and total manipulation that makes Pagan Min so fascinating.
Uncle Pagan here, just checking in on my favorite nephew.
He wants to be a father figure, but only if it means bending Ajay to his will. Which I don't actually think he wants to bend Ajay to his will. He just wants to give Ajay like what he rightfully is inherited, which is Kyrat. So that's why he's never aggressive. Like, he just wants him to just do what he came here to do by spreading his mother's ashes. And also probably, yeah, maybe because in the other ending, that is actually not canon, but yeah, in the other ending, like the beginning ending of the game, like if you stay at the dinner table and if you don't move, there's actually a secret ending. But I think we've touched upon this before, and almost everyone knows about the secret ending right about now. If you don't know, come on, man.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
But in the secret ending, Ajay stays at the dinner table and Pagan Min comes back, and together he takes Ajay to where Lakshmana's ashes, where Ajay sets his mother's urn next to Lakshmana's ashes, which Lakshmana is Ajay's half-sister, Pagan Min's daughter. And then he says, let's go shoot some guns. So I'm interpreting that line as Pagan Min trying to tell Ajay that maybe together they're gonna rule Kyrat, or maybe that's him saying he's giving him Kyrat to rule, and he's probably gonna teach him how to do that. But if you ask me, I think he means he's probably, him and Ajay are gonna go probably kill, you know, the Golden Path. That's what he says. Now let's go shoot some guns, so they can actually go and kill the Golden Path, and Ajay takes over Kyrat. So yeah.
A very dark time for me. I was a cruel and angry young man. It's this time more than any that gives me the reputation I have today. Yes, I murdered countless innocents. Yes, I outlawed religion. Yes, I changed the currency so everyone's savings were meaningless. And yes, I may have gone through a period of bathing in yak's blood and slamming rails of coke. But I'm reformed now. Look at me, getting this country back on its feet again. Top shape, Ajay.
And here's the final layer. Pagan Min as a victim of power. He wasn't born a dictator. He was once a man caught between ambition and love, and power and vulnerability. His empire was built on violence, yes, but also on betrayal, heartbreak, and corruption of unchecked authority. Like many leaders in history, Pagan may have started with some sense of purpose, but power twisted him. The flashy suits, the flashy pink suits, the obsession with image, and the brutality, they're all an armor for someone who knows the throne is built on quicksand. In a way, Pagan is Kyrat itself, beautiful on the surface but rotting underneath.
What we clean house together. Dust the shelves, kill some terrorists. You know, Kyrat could use a good spring cleaning out with the old, etc., etc. Being someone else's hired gun does not suit you, my boy. Why do you think Armitage Sabal are trying so hard to woo you? They're afraid of you, Ajay. And they damn well should be.
Far Cry 4 doesn't give us a cartoon villain. It gives us a layered antagonist who forces us to confront tough questions. Is Pagan Min evil but because of who he is? Or what power made him? Is he a monster or just another man crushed under the weight of legacy and ambition? This isn't just storytelling, it's social commentary. We've seen it in real life too. Leaders who rise with promises only to fall to greed and paranoia. Pagan is Ubisoft's fleshy mirror held up to history. So was Pagan Min a tyrant? Absolutely. A father figure? In his own twisted way, yes. A victim of power? Without a question. He's all of it all at once, and that's what makes him so fascinating. Pagan isn't just a villain you defeat, he's a villain you study. And honestly, if history has taught us anything, it's that people like Pagan Min don't disappear, they just come back in a different suit. Maybe not pink next time, but you get the idea. And that's it, man. That's it for my video. If you enjoyed this deep dive on Pagan Min, please, man, like and subscribe and leave a comment and tell me exactly what you guys actually think. For me, this was a actual short video because I have done like somewhat of a deep dive on Pagan. Like I've talked about him, I think, on my 3 videos. I think I did like some 3 videos. The link is going to show up just now. I've done like some really good research on Pagan Min, and yeah, like this dude is very fascinating when you actually get to like layer him and just look at his personality, look how he acts, and just go on a deep dive on his personality on his own. Like he's a really great villain. That's why I say he's actually one of my favorite villains in Far Cry. But I would think most of the old Far Cry games have really great villains like Voss, Pagan Min, and Joseph Seed. I actually like Joseph Seed in Far Cry 5, but I hated like the twist of Joseph Seed in Far Cry New Dawn. Like he's not the same Joseph Seed that we saw in Far Cry 5. He's very different. He seems, I don't know, weak. If you guys want me to do a video on him, I think I do have a planned video on Joseph Seed. But yeah, I think I have a video that I'm gonna do on Joseph Seed. So for me, Max, and Screen TV Magic,
I will see you when I see you.
You have against my likeness all those posters, Eric, my double, and now this. Am I missing a hint? Should I start taking this personally? That statue was solid fucking gold. Literally. I'm not being metaphorical. Do you know how many artifacts I had to melt down to get it made? And poor Eric standing there for God knows how long just to pose for it. Well, what's done is done. And dinner's nearly ready.